All right, cool. Let's go back to cinema and let's go to Creed 3. So, Sean,
Creed
you saw
3.
Creed 3. This is the funny thing. Every film that we're reviewing this week has a number in its title.
Yeah, I know. How about that?
Well, every
So
film in the
yeah,
cinema side of things, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Creed, this is basically the third one of another franchise, which is following on from from the rest. And I have seen the other two. Michael B. Jordan, the main character that plays Adonis Creed, good
Yeah.
name Adonis Creed. He's actually involved with my football team, AFC Bournemouth. So, and
Oh, yeah, he's one of the
he
owners,
he
isn't
was
he?
he is, yeah, indeed
Yeah.
he is, and he goes. So I saw him at the game. He was at one of the games a couple of weeks back, and obviously, apparently, I didn't know, but in the local bar, he actually went in the local bar and said, "Where's all the posters and the fan paraphernalia?" He goes, "Oh, we'll have to
Yeah.
get that sorted." So,
Yeah.
so yeah. So anyway, they seem to like it, don't they? These actors of buying football clubs and stuff. I think Ryan Reynolds must have started it with Wrexham. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's get on to Creed 3. So this is basically what happens. So Adonis Creed. He's been world champion. He's sort of semi-retired. He's got a lovely wife who's writes music and used to be a music star. So he's got the real lovely millionaire lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then you get a couple of flashback scenes of when he was, he used to follow this when he was a youngster, and they're quite good lookalikes. He was like you could call the second to this older guy that used to do. He was an amateur boxer, but he was really good, and he was going, oh yeah, I'm going to end up going to the Olympics, and
Yeah.
and then I'm going to be world champion and all that. But there's something that happens. There's an incident that happens, and he basically has to go to prison. So this guy that wanted to be the boxer, he goes to prison, and he's been let out, and he turns up with Creed, and he's like, you never didn't you get any of my letters, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, but his mother had been keeping. His mother's in it, who was with Apollo. So, but
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
obviously been keeping the letters. So he's obviously been. Anyway, he's really nice. He's really sort of friendly to start with. And he says, well, come round to the gym, have a bit. We need a sparring partner. He's obviously got on a bit.
Yeah.
And but he's really aggressive, really quite nasty, obviously, because he's been in prison. And they're like, the seconds and that. Anyway, there's the one in Creed's gym, which is about to fight for the world championship. The great white
The next
hope,
guy,
if you like, the great hope, the
contender.
next guy.
Yeah.
Something happens. He has a bit of a rumble, and he ends up in getting hurt and ends up going to hospital, and he can't fight. So he can't fight. So, lucky enough, who's there? The dude who Damien. That's it. That's him. Damien's there. So he goes again. We get onto this. The fight. The no hoper going in against the
Yeah.
contender. And
Yeah.
he wins. Obviously, he wins. So it's typical fair. You know what's going to happen. And then he's like, "Yeah, I watched you win all your fights. Blah 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 blah. Now I want everything you've got. Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah."
Yeah.
So obviously, what does he have to do? The only way you're going to do it is you're going to have to go and take care of this yourself. You know what I mean?
So essentially,
That's what
there's going to be there's going to have to be an Adonis versus Damien fight.
it follows standard procedure, if you like.
For a Rocky movie, yeah.
Rocky movies, yeah. Which you knew it was going to be, so it's not. But what's quite interesting, this is something that I thought, and I mean, I don't normally pick up on technical things in films, but
Yeah.
for me, it was obvious by its conclusion that, because I mean, I think that there's a couple of scenes in it, like the scenes where there's running away, and it's from darkness, and like you've got the big bright lights of the city, and he's running towards the big bright lights of the city, like out of the darkness. And then there's another scene later where they're in the gym, and there's a couple of doors that are open either side.
Yeah.
One's dark, one's light, and it's like
Oh.
someone's going into the dark, someone's going into the light. So I mean, I don't know if that was supposed to be. It was quite an interesting technique. It was really obvious. So let's just say, for instance, they're looking at each other. One of the doors, the lights on. One of the doors, the lights off, and they sort of move off. So, and there was a few other bits like that. A lot of, should we say, student film? What makes sort of films.
But it's like, but I mean, symbolism in a sort of like Rocky
Symbolism,
or
yeah,
boxing
yeah.
movie. You don't
Yeah,
expect that.
No, you don't expect that. So that was it was quite interesting to spot that. It was quite interesting to spot that. But yeah, so anyway, this film basically is standard Rocky. No Hoper gets big and has to be taken down a peg or two, and ends nicey and everybody's happy and dee 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 dee.
Okay, because this is the first Creed movie that doesn't have Sylvester Stallone in it, so it doesn't have the character of Rocky doesn't show up in this film. Oh no! Don't tell me. I was gonna ask whether that music shows up, but I was like, no! Don't tell me. I want to watch it and see if that
you want to watch it yourself. Yeah.
And see if the music shows up in the end. So gonna fly now. But
I won't say too much. He is mentioned in the film. So
I'd imagine you can't get away with that because even it sets up so that the character of Rocky means a lot to Adonis. Yeah,
that's it exactly. There's that little what they call it leitmotif, is it?
Yeah, leitmotif. So how many stars would you give Creed 3?
It's pretty much standard fare. 3 stars. I didn't but I did think that technique was quite interesting of the two of them. One of them going into dark, and one of them, shall we say, one descending, one ascending into.
Yeah.
It's my time now. I'm gonna.
I think the central story. I quite like the idea of the central story because I think Damien is.
I think it'd be tough for Damien to have got a fight. I mean, whatever, but hey, it's,
Damien
he did, didn't he? Rocky did with Apollo. So
exactly. So it sounds like they're sort of like mirroring that, and also Damien everything about Damien just puts me in mind of Mike Tyson. Apart from the voice, it's like it puts me.
I don't know. Even I tell you, who does a great Mike Tyson impression. That's Jamie Foxx, isn't it? Jamie Foxx.
I've never actually heard Jamie Foxx do a Mike Tyson impression, but never know.
And a Denzel Washington. He does Denzel Washington, which is good. Actually, it's just like you catch one of those things where he's actually talking to Denzel. There's like things on YouTube, of Jamie Foxx. He's quite versatile, really.
He's quite versatile. He's very, very talented. All right, so that's 3 stars for Creed 3.
3 stars, yeah.